Hey stars, and welcome to just Fizzstah. I'm wearing a cap because I've just washed my hair and I haven't styled it, and I've seen other people on YouTube wear caps when they're recording videos, so I thought today I will also be one of them. Obviously there's been more of a mixture of content because I've been talking about the loss of my son and pregnancy and motherhood, which you'll still get that sort of content sprinkled in, but I know a lot of the people here are for the chronic illness type stuff, which they all interlink anyway, but because as anyone with a chronic illness will know, it affects every single area of your life. So today I think I did have a request. I don't know how long ago it was, but I wrote it down in my notes app on my phone that someone wanted to speak about weight loss and weight gain and all of that stuff. So if I can find some pictures, I'll put skinny me and chunky me, but if not, it will just be me like. But anyway, so first thing I would say is if you do have a chronic illness, speaking from my personal experience and other people I have connected with on this chronic illness journey, your weight is likely to fluctuate, and that's mainly for two reasons. One, your medication, because if you get put on steroids, as particularly if it's a high dose, you will get some crazy kind of hunger, and it's like, you know, like sometimes you know you're eating but you're not you're just eating because you're bored and you know you're not actually hungry. When you're on steroids, you feel hunger, like you feel like you haven't eaten, like you're starving. Like when I was on a really high dose, about 40 or 50 milligrams, I literally couldn't sleep for more than 2 hours. That's another side effect, like insomnia. But I think maybe when I was on like 50 milligrams, I couldn't sleep for more than 2 hours because of the insomnia. But then when I went down to like 40, I couldn't sleep more than like, say, 3 or 4 hours because I would wake up starving. Oh, sorry, I thought someone was at the door. So I would literally wake up starving. So, no, there is someone at the door. But anyway, let's get back on track. But when I weaned down to about 40 milligrams, I couldn't sleep for more than 3 or 4 hours because I would wake up starving like I have never eaten in this lifetime. Like the hunger is serious. So you put on weight gain, and I think I've mentioned in one of my other videos, or I may not have mentioned it in one of my videos, but I work with a charity called Drake 200. This is actually a good time to plug it. So drake200.org.uk is a charity that I'm very heavily involved in. I'm actually a co-founder of this branch. It's a registered UK charity. It's all legit. So I would appreciate if you could go and check that out. And if you have any available cash, I know times are hard right now, but I would not recommend. I would appreciate any donation that you could afford. But anyway, as part of my work with Drake 200, a local university had asked us to go speak to one of the student doctors, and when I was talking about like the effect of steroids and it relates into this weight loss and weight gain thing, I was saying, like, just for, you know, to understand like how much of an effect the steroids had. So I was on steroids, and when I was on steroids, I got stretch marks from like how quickly I gained weight. When I was pregnant last year with my son, I didn't get any stretch marks. So I just want to show you like how much, you know, just like, that's mind-blowing really. So yeah, steroids is a lot. The second reason is that obviously the pain. So when you're in a lot of pain or you're flaring or anything, like, exercise is the last thing on your mind. You don't move, you stay in bed, or you manage to just move from the sofa to the bed and back again. So you become very sedentary because you're just in so much pain, you can't do anything. So again, you end up gaining weight because your activity is minimal. But for me, like, like I was saying, if you watch videos from 3-4 years ago, the reason why I was so skinny is because my fatigue was so bad that if I had a choice between making myself something to eat or going to sleep, I would choose sleep every single time. I would sleep. And then when I was awake, I was so tired, I was literally living off of like energy drinks and sweet treats, like, because that's the only sort of thing that could keep me awake. So you're likely to gain weight, so just accept that it's part of the journey, just as much as having to go to frequent doctor's appointments or whatever. So if you're like a non-chronic illness person and you just want to hear advice about weight loss and weight gain and stuff, this is a part for you. So for me, I think I mentioned in my what was that video called, like about me being in remission. I strictly do low impact exercise. I see everyone raving about HIIT and all other crazy like Bikram yoga. I don't do anything that puts my body under crazy kind of stress, because that can lead to a flare, and the pain that you feel for days afterwards is not even worth it. So my go-to exercises are walking, swimming, yoga, maybe a little bit of Pilates, and dance workouts. I love dance workouts right here on YouTube. I don't do them that frequently, but if I feel like I just want to do something a bit more upbeat, then I will do dance workouts. And before all of this corona madness, and I was like really getting on my fitness journey, like after that was before I had my son, like, and I was in the gym. I used to like wake up, go every morning, everything like that. I used to do walking on the treadmill and then weights machines. Like, I think I did start the couch to 5k, but obviously that starts with like walking quickly, takes you to a jog, then run. But I never got up to the running stage just because I didn't stick with it. So that's the type of exercise I participate in when I participate. But like I always say, if you've watched any number of videos on this channel, is you need to listen to your body. So I think that's why it's quite difficult to maintain a stable weight, because a lot of people, they'll just get into an exercise regime that they do, like every morning they wake up, or after work they'll go to the gym or whatever. They get into their routine. With chronic illness, it's more difficult. Like personally for me, I'm affected by the weather. So if there's bad weather, my body really hurts. So I just wouldn't exercise, because I'm already in pain. Why am I going to exercise and hurt myself more, end up with an injury or whatever? So that's what I would say for that. If you're stable, like when I have periods of like stability, like I probably would have worked out more last year, but I was pregnant, so I just stuck to walking. But yeah, so my main thing on this video is that, you know, your weight is, sorry, my phone's going off. Your weight will fluctuate, particularly if you've got a chronic illness, but just generally as a human being, life circumstances will cause your weight to fluctuate. But I feel like the fluctuations are more noticeable and more frequent if you have a chronic illness. Like there are some people that are like super fit and they have lupus or they have arthritis or whatever, but I feel like they're an exception. Wait for that to go past. They're an exception, and I wouldn't try and set yourself high standards. Like if you are able to do that and you get into a routine and it works for you and you can do it even when you're not feeling great, fantastic. But don't overdo it, because you always end up making yourself feel worse. So for me, yeah, weight loss and weight gain are just part of it, particularly because of medications and just how your body is feeling and doing. For me, when I'm like feeling stable and whatever, and I want to, like, okay, I'm going to focus, I want to get my weight back down, I have right now on my wrist, I've got a Garmin watch which logs your activity. I use my Fittness to track calories, but I feel like if you get obsessive, or you have, you know, past history of eating disorders, do not touch, do not look at, do not download my Fittness, because there even came a point when I had to stop using it because I was getting too obsessed with the calories. So that's if you, like, I don't know if you've got like a time frame that you want to lose weight, because you can put in, like, you want to lose a pound a week, you want to lose 2 pounds a week, and all of that into my Fittness, and it helps. And then Garmin can link to it. And the other thing is, whether you use any kind of Apple Watch or this, but any kind of fitness tracker, the calories burned they give you is always way higher than what you've actually burned in real life. So if you do like a crazy intense workout and it says you've burnt 500 calories, do not go and order McDonald's and eat up your 500 calories, because you probably only burnt like 350. So that's my other tip there. Generally just a healthy, balanced diet, and I would say don't be too strict on yourself, because if you go like really, really hard with your dieting, then after you just you set yourself up to fail, because you've been so strict. Then one day you just want to eat everything, all the things you're not supposed to eat. So I don't even like the whole idea of like a cheat day, because I feel like you can get, you know, like go crazy on the cheat days as well. So I just feel like, yes, eat healthy mostly, but if you want a cookie now and then, if you're tracking your calories, it's better as well, because you can see, okay, this cookie is like 200 calories. And then as well with weight loss, like, no matter what diet you use, it doesn't matter. You need to be in a calorie deficit. You need to be burning more calories than you're consuming. So I think a lot of the time people get fixated on, I need to make sure I only eat this many calories a day. But, you know, like, if one day you eat more calories, or one day you eat less calories, but like, say over the course of the week you still burnt more calories than you've eaten, then it doesn't matter. So I feel like you don't need to be so rigid. There is room for flexibility there. For the weight gain side, for me, I think the ways I've made it not as stressful is like, my standard like uniform is like stretchy tops like this, leggings and stuff, so I never get to the point where I feel like, oh, my clothes are really tight, I feel uncomfortable. Like, I'll visibly notice that I'm getting bigger, but I don't have those, I don't know, like triggers that just make you feel really bad about yourself and stuff like that. I hope I covered everything. I didn't have any specific points that was requested. It just said speak about weight loss and weight gain. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.